Okay, here we are, back in the world of GD. A lot has changed. Footsteps, I think they're new, for water and for ground. Not sure why the lights changing there when I turn around. Well, I'm going to show you some cool stuff you can do now. There's a new indicator in the top left there that gives you hints and other information. But I'm going to do some running around and show you some of the cool stuff which has evolved, which is being able to go, well, this clang, oh yeah, being able to go inside buildings without pressing a button now, so I can just walk straight in. There I am, and walk straight out. I can obviously do the same here. Quite dark in here at the moment. That adds a lot. But the ultimate is this TARDIS looking device. Allows me to teleport between the cities instantaneously, like this. Now obviously due to fraps, bit of a delay, but there you go. I'm in the old city of ST8. All the NPCs are working, as you can see. Some of them are quite big. And now you can go between cities and all the NPCs work. Rain. The thunder actually causes the ground to shake as well, sometimes at least. So you can, like, a lot of the materials were ruined on this. Both of the other cities, apart from the one I was working on, and even the one I was working on, they got ruined by the people who made substances, who completely messed up and didn't warn anyone. So a lot of the textures are going to be improved and changed, but it's just nice to have it back. And like, it really does run super fast normally. Now it's really jerking. Oh no, it's back to normal. So if you might remember, there's this bar down here. Like I say, these textures are changed and they will be improved. But been working on footsteps and stuff in here. These will be more watery, and I'm going to fix the collision on these walls so that you have no slowdown. You have to look a bit more sensible. Well, you can talk, mate. Covered in Northumbrian tartan. So yeah, the teleport system is really the major element here that I'm demonstrating, and the fact that the cities work with all the NPCs and everything. So I can go into this TARDIS here. They're called tardigrades in the game. And you see in the top left there it says, "Thank you for using the Dolphinia tardigrade." And this is back to Topaz. This is the city I've been demonstrating for a long time. As you can see, it's been optimized quite heavily, so I can run through really smoothly and even teleport into other cities like that. In first person it looks different to third person. This is Substate, which you may recall if you're an old school viewer. And this one is starting to look quite weak compared to the other ones. Not to mention how the textures were all messed up by the substance thing as well, so I had to replace all of them, and they were slowing it down, so I just put almost anything in there. By the shadow distance here I can tell that I'm not on maximum quality at the moment, but there's no point in using maximum quality while I'm trying to record, I guess. But yeah, this is the same old stuff from a long time ago. I'm working on improving it, the appearance of it, but still marvelling at the fact that I can go. Now these used to take minutes and minutes of loading, so it's a miracle to squeeze it all in. Obviously uses a lot more RAM, but and a lot of squeezing I've managed to make it work. So if you imagine every one of these interiors, including all 3 cities now, are held in the RAM, well, I've had to reduce a lot of quality down, obviously. In full quality it can take up to 10 gigabytes of RAM, but I'm planning this, I guess, these days as a PlayStation 5 release, and I hope that PlayStation 5 allows, see, into the cathedral, you to use 8 to 10 gig of RAM. Anyway, like I say, I've reduced it a lot. It was actually maxing out my 32 gig PC, so a heck of a lot of optimization has gone into this to get all the cities working together. And there's still a heck of a lot to do in terms of LODing certain things. Yes, like I say, not normally so much throughput as this, but Fraps is nailing the CPU at 24%, and Unity is using less than that. Let's find a few more teleporters. That wall shouldn't be there. And you might remember this. This is the original city. A lot of this has been ruined, obviously, by, again, substances and various other Unity fuck-ups, but it's coming back together. Lots of things have been misplaced and stuff, but at least you can see cities are working and you can go between them. This is substate, of course. This one does tend to slow down at some point. Still trying to work that out, but here's Bob Wendy, one of the flagship bars. I can feel it slowing down now. I don't think it's those people, it's something else. There's a lot of rigid body physics going on. At the beginning I put in, look at this guy. He's pulled the pig. That's why he's so happy. I put a lot of bottles in, which were, physics and that and that. I have optimized the other one, but this one is still got a lot of optimizable items, I think. And it goes very dark in here, which is weird, because when you're out here, it's not that dark. But I'll fix that, and there will be people performing on the stage there. And similarly, when you come in and out of places, different people will be on and off, so it'll feel different every time, which will also work as an optimization, ironically. And here, if you remember rightly, the red light district was here, and you can see a guy over there who was down the corridor, but I've actually turned that off. It was very heavy. I'm going to use it still. Now that I have the tardigrades, or the TARDIS type teleporters, and I can get around better, they help you get places. But what that means that the train is redundant, which is off at the moment, but the train comes in up here. So I'm going to use the trains, because there's one for every city, for specific journeys. So in this one, for example, that will take you to the red light district. So it's basically just an interior triggered by the train. But that'll be quite exciting. And these things won't obviously all be turned on at once. You'll have to unlock them and stuff. So if you die, I won't show what happens when you die, because you get placed in a random one. Traverse, that's the death. And here I'll appear at. Well, that was the one I was just at, right? But it could be any one. Some of them are harder to get to than others, so if you just keep dying, you might actually find new stuff. And as you can see, I've brought all the modern graphic stuff over to these cities, although they still need a lot of tweaking. Maybe there should be more teleporters in a way, I don't know. Whoa! And there is one up here. Oh, it's that one. Well, that water should kill you, but I brought that today somehow. So the third one of these is actually out on an island. Well, let's go to let's go to Topaz 11, it'll be easier to get to. This one, if you go down, there's a little known place that people, well, I never go to. I don't know about people because nobody's ever played it, but I rarely go down here, so I decided, whoa shit, oh trivets, to put one here. Now when you go through that one, that tibbet shouldn't be happening, actually, that's a bug. That's for when you die. You end up on this little island, which is a Ketos, which is kind of separated from everywhere, and now and again there'll be ceremonies going on. So yeah, footsteps, linked up NPCs, proper teleporters, different use for the train, and buildings you can go in quicker or whatever without having to, bit of a jet there, press a button. I wanted it to feel like you could be constantly running, showing someone a demo of it, constantly running along, and skipping between cities, and all the NPCs will be working. Well, this frame rate is definitely suffering there. In fact, that's the first time I've ever seen the zebra just stop. It's weird. But yeah, you can hear different footsteps in the sand and in the water, the gravel, and then shit like this, the water like this, and the puddles. Oh yeah, and if you notice, there's splashes off the puddles. There's also splashes when the when the rain happens, and those splashes are actually 3D. So you know, sometimes it gets right up to the camera, and you can leave footprints too on the ground. I must have left some. So So that, my friends, is Genocide Dolphins. Is it 1.3.7? I think it might be, but I think you'll agree that the whole concept of being able to flip cities so quickly, it means that the city that felt kind of small doesn't feel like that anymore, because you can go between all three. It feels huge. Although of course you have to unlock them. I'm stuck now. You'll have to unlock them, and it won't just be possible straight away, I don't think, although was tempted, but I worry that people would just run around and get bored of it. I think, when I was a kid growing up, or when I was first playing games, it was exciting to have a door that was locked off and then you can get through it eventually, and it was something new. And it was also exciting to go back to rooms that you'd already been to, but with new abilities. Like you can pick something up that you couldn't pick up before, and things like that. So for that reason, there's a lot of backtracking in the game, a lot of going back to places, also just to make the small world seem huge. Going back to see people, going back to pick things up, going back to try things, as well as unlocking things. Not too much you have to find, green key 1 and all that, but some of that kind of has to come into play really with these sorts of things, and maybe finding components that can make the tardigrades work as teleporters and things like that. And the Nerve Juggler, I don't know how much of an update it's had. I did add one bulletin board, which is this one, the Gothic Rocker, which is a bulletin board, a BBS, which is only available once in a blue moon when a meteor flies by at the right time. And you can get almost nothing useful from it, but you can sign up to a drinking session with some guys who turn out later to be useful for various reasons, which is Melville and the Breaker. So it's these sorts of things will all be useful in some way. And I think that might be it. This is a Fraps video, so hopefully better quality than the other ones, but who knows how long it'll take to compress and upload. Thanks for watching.